In a location within the Florida Straits, there lies an underwater treasure that has been dormant for 400 years. According to historical records, it contains 150 gold bars and 1,000 silver bars, along with over 50 boxes filled with coins. The total value exceeds at least $500 million. Not until 1985 did the treasure come into view once again. It is known as the most valuable sunken ship in the world, the Atocha Shipwreck. But how was it discovered? Back in 1622, a Spanish merchant ship, the Atocha, laden with treasure, was preparing to transport its riches from South America to Spain. As it sailed into the Florida Straits, it was suddenly struck by an unimaginably powerful hurricane. Within mere minutes, it sank the Atocha to the depths of the sea here. Although over the next 4 centuries, explorers from various countries embarked on hundreds of searches for it, they were never able to succeed. However, records of the treasure continued to be widely circulated. So, in 1969, an American seeker of treasures named Mel Fisher decided to attempt to find this legendary underwater treasure. To pinpoint the exact location of the Atocha's sinking, Mel visited Spanish archives to search for related records. He discovered a report from 1626 documenting that the ship sank near the Marquesas Keys. Mel promptly assembled a team to search this area, but due to the low visibility on the sea bottom, divers were unable to operate effectively. To resolve this issue, Mel installed 2 scanning tubes at the front end of the propeller. Using propulsion, clear seawater could be directed to the seabed, while also clearing sediment from the sea bottom. And in this way, in 1971, Mel finally discovered a massive iron ship anchor on the seabed. After expanding the search area based on this objective, they found more fragments of the sunken ship, and after marking these items with circles, they mapped them into a layout map. Mel Fisher was astonished to discover that these markings clearly formed a straight line, meaning the Atocha's treasure must be located near this line. Yet after 2 years of searching, Mel's team still failed to find the sunken ship until 1973, when divers a few hundred meters away from the ship's anchor found a pile of silver coins and 3 massive silver ingots valued at over $100,000. To further confirm the origin of the silver ingots, Mel compared the engravings on the silver ingots with the serial numbers from the cargo manifest in the shipwreck records, and discovered that they matched perfectly. In other words, these treasures were indeed from the Atocha. With the backing of these treasures, Mel decided to increase his investment and purchase more advanced sonar scanning technology. But Mel Fisher's discovery shocked the entire state of Florida. Thus, in 1978, the local government, citing his search within U.S. waters, demanded that Mel turn over all the underwater treasure. At this point, Mel refused to sit idly by. He began fighting back using legal recourse. Mel ultimately achieved victory in court and secured ownership of a significant portion of the treasure. However, at the same time, during the 10-year search for the Nuestra Señora de Atocha, Mel had already spent nearly $6 million, pushing him to the verge of bankruptcy. The only thing that kept his search efforts unwavering was an article written by survivors of the Atocha, documenting extensive treasures and the finest emeralds in the world. Finally, on July 20th, 1985, when the sonar scanning equipment aboard the ship detected a large object, Mel Fisher immediately sent 2 divers into the water to conduct a search. And so, in the seabed located about 90 meters to the east of the layout map, a massive sunken ship came into view before them. Inside, there was not only a pile of various gold, silver, and jewels, but also thousands of documented emeralds were discovered. Among them, just 1 emerald was worth over $800,000. Over the course of this 16-year-long search, it not only turned Mel Fisher into a billionaire, but it also made him the 20th century's undisputed king of seekers of treasures.